Buenas noches, bonsoir mesdames, bonsoir messieurs. Welcome to this one-on-one mano-to-mano duel of June 2000 between MK in the blue corner and Hassen in the brown corner, both Atréides players. This should be a very interesting match. We were four in the lobby with Armadillo, Hassen, MK, and me, and I was wondering, well, if we want to make a balanced match, who is better, by the way, between MK and Hassen? And I wonder, well, MK is improving these days, he's playing more often, but Hassen has more experience. They both have decent Atréides game and decent Sonic control, so I suggested them, well, let's find out, and maybe we'll play 2vs2 after. But because hello YouTube, so YouTube, be polite and respond to Armadillo, please. If not, I will consider YouTube very rude. So well, hey there, big chat on YouTube so far. How about the actual game? Well, not much to say so far. Both players are looking toward the middle. Well, maybe MK will look to circle around it. Let's see. Now, first AV factory is placed for each player. Well, it will be close. If you absolutely ask me to bet on who is gonna win, and you put a gun on my head and say something, man, make a prediction. Okay, well, first countdown, and suddenly, maybe I will tend to vote for MK, but I'm reluctant to do so because I don't like to bet against experience when skill is hard to departate. So let's see. In fact, this 1vs1 match will be more balanced than if we have played any combination of 2vs2 because, well, let's be honest, Armadillo is just too strong for a dude like me. Sedan AV Factory is there. Yeah, okay, so MK has maybe 2 or 3 seconds of advance so far in the production and placement building area. This is the only section that no one has cut right now, but the blue trike is working in it. Yeah. Whether it was intended or not, both players kind of circled around themselves and around middle. Now, probably that Hassen knows MK is there, and the opposite is certainly true also. Really, no one wants to strut this area. It's a little weird. Now we have 4 refineries and 4 refineries. They have the exact same build order so far. It said that Hassen did upgrade his construction yard instantly. Not sure if MK did the same. Doesn't change a lot of things anyway. Now we have blue barracks, and Hassen is going probably for the 3rd AV factory before the barrack. Oh no! He's just late by like 5 seconds or so. And the production department indicate the same. With the same buildings, MK managed to build like 2 or 3 more harvesters so far. 1 more building. Outpost and outpost. They really have the exact same build order so far. Starport and now we'll check. Yeah, the money department of MK has dropped noticeably. This means that he just ordered probably 2 MCVs and 4 missile tanks, the very classical first starport order. And first blood by Hassen. Now, a brown starport is awaiting too. 1, 2. No third AV factory so far. I guess MK will be the first to... Oh no! No, he's not maybe not the first because he's going for the famous Shao Kahn-like 5 refineries build order. And how about Hassen? We have, a very early AH Research Center. That's interesting. The early AH Research Center, I think it can be a good build order for 1vs1 purpose. Because the main drawback to it, in my opinion, is that you accept you're going to be very slow in the short term. And in a team match, it can be an issue because if you're slow, then your tag team partner or partners have more chances to be doubled by the other team. Hassen should be wary, however, to not overextend. He could be trapped by his build order because it's not doing the EX hyper early is not mean to expand very fast. Especially if he builds on Sonic and Siege tanks, it will be slow, and MK could benefit from it. I'm not sure up to which point MK is aware of that, however. MK also has an EX and a third AB factory, and now a first. Is it the first? No, it's not the first. It's the second light factory for MK, and you see, MK built more tanks before switching to high technology, and this means that he has more units, plain and simple. I don't think it was the right build order for Hassen, but he's taking the gamble that he can expand and pump by AV factory very fast here to compensate. Let's see how it is going to turn out. And for sure, the more time MK takes to make his attack, the more likely Hassen's strategy can succeed. Because these two Sonic tanks right now give Hassen a very sound advantage if they are well microed. Well, if he just dies here, let's see. Yeah, this one didn't do a lot of damage. Oh, the palace in middle! Even before the no rush period. I don't think I've ever seen this in my entire Dune 2000 career. That's bold and very original from Hassen. Maybe in 1 minute or so, two Fremen will come out here and decide the fate of the battle for middle. And now the Brown Navy factory is in place. So Hassen's gamble maybe will prove the good one. That's not so well placed, so well played by MK so far. This is very close. Oh! And MK is drawing back. This is probably the good break Hassen hoped for. And now he can send other groups of units on other fronts. MK will probably look to stop these other forces. Still no. Here comes a blue MCV. Yeah, we have to expect Hassen will try to take middle, but it's a good thing also to expand at this spot in his perspective, because it's way safer. Well, especially if the brown quads didn't notice it. It's way safer to expand there in the short term than in middle. But these brown quads could make decent amount of damage now. That's well, no, they didn't do a lot of damage. Well, no, they did some good damage. They certainly destroyed more than what it will cost us. Now he's sending another group there. We very oftenly see players trying to attack from in two simultaneous fronts. Charles raising his hand right now. But from three different fronts, that's harder to achieve, and hats off to Hassen if it works. But I think he delayed a bit the attack here, whether it was intended or not. And the surprise effect is now gone. But it was probably worth to take two harvesters with them anyway. Now the expansion is set, and Light Factory here is wise in my opinion, and MK wants to be sure he will keep this expansion in the short term. Oh, these guys should have been put on guard, however. Okay, at least Hassen realized this. Hassen didn't store any decisive blow so far, but MK's macro game is rather lagging, we could say like this. Now another group is coming this way, but now I think this is enough blue quads and stuff to stop the next wave, I think. But here is a good block of units, and MK is going to get flanked. This is well done by Hassen. And having three harvesters in this group surely will help him. Now this is a battle that MK is gonna win. And these Sonics would be way more useful if they are going to stabilize this front, because in the short term, Hassen has well enough stock to make a push there and halt the MK's expansion base. This is what we call the Sonic forced fire. MK is not going to be pinned by it, so he's drawing back. And now he's bringing finally his available reinforcements from his main base. However, this is like you have like almost 10 Sonics and a lot of troopers here. Yeah, finally MK realized that he has a good army that was not going to be used. Now Hassen should be wary to not try to do too much at the same time, because he will struggle to win on every front. Good amount of units in the base from the starport. Starport department, Hassen has the better so far, 9-7. Oh, and look at how MK struggles to keep his money. Nice rush. And here comes the EX. Goodbye, Starport. Well, for like 6 strikes and 2 quads, I think it was worth. Hassen is playing in rather good. I wonder how many freemen are gathered here so far. He has the palace, and has he built a high-tech factory for to get airstrike? I don't think so. This is surprising. Often, Atréides player will go for the airstrike, but not for the palace. And Hassen is doing the opposite right now. Now, finally, MK will try to be on the offense on this front. He certainly has more stuff here than Hassen has quads and strikes here. Let's check out the production department. MK produced 40 more infantry. Well, Sonics are very well positioned here. They will win this one. Well played by Hassen. And MK is taking a gamble here to send his army there. He will probably succeed to maybe destroy some buildings here, but I think he's losing the more important battle here. Money is not a big issue in the short term, and MK is doing a very good job of putting refineries at a lot of places to keep money running. This is not a very well managed sonic tank. These one are probably going to do a better job. Oh, I didn't see this one coming. Interesting move from MK. I like what he's doing, targeting the wind traps. That's not a lot of damage, but it will slow down Hassen. He has to sell some buildings or reorganize a bit to... oh, and more wind traps are going to get destroyed. It's a good coordination on MK's part. And finally, Hassen has enough numbers to repulse the blue wave. Oh, and now we have a heavy factory in the expansion, and Hassen realizes that it won't be easy to go through this defense. Certainly doesn't have as many sonic tanks as MK has. And the production department, actually, it's very close if you don't look at the infantry number. And Hassen has a lot more kills, but MK produces a lot more infantry, so he's probably killing more insignificant troopers, so it's very close. Oh, I didn't see the beginning of the battle here. Looks like a good move from Hassen anyway. He will look to take down as many blue harvesters as possible and destroy his opponent's economy. Not sure if anyone has noticed this blue quad, but I did. And it's a good thing to send some armories in this spice field, because I think this spice field is very important for MK right now. And if Hassen is able to kill like 5 or 6 harvesters in this department, well, it could be a game changer. But again, I think Hassen is trying to do a little too much, and his squads are going just to get pinned. Oh my god. Now the construction yard is destroyed. Well, maybe it was a good diversion, because the main move has really succeeded, I think, from Hassan's perspective. It's a good thing to destroy buildings, but to really make a difference, I think Hassan should look to occupy it right now. And MK still has a very decent amount of units with him. These siege tanks will just kill themselves. Ah, but some sonic wave will help, of course. This is a nice harvester rush and a nice reaction from Hassan. I think at this point, Hassan should build a little less sonic tanks and a little more missiles and combat tanks too. Because Hassan won the map control battle. That's very clear in my mind. And now he should not look at this game anymore as a very statical and very positional, very tactical battle. He should look to achieve his opponent, to make MK surrender as fast as possible. And if Hassen just keeps build Sonics, well, he will stay slow and will just allow the NK to build Sonics of his own and defend. Look at this; it will take a lot of time to go through this. Hassen will need a lot of harvesters to make a good rush in this blue wall. It's not lost already for MK. He certainly is on the defense, but he hasn't lost already. But MK has very low money amount right now. Yeah, I like this siege tank, missiles, combat tanks. It's time to take really the numbers advantage with low technology, be fast, and have an harvester rush ready to make MK bend. This is a good counter rush by MK. And he could be able to rebuild a bit here. Yeah, some wind traps, and he could even replace a light factory or a heavy. Hassen has reinforcements ready though. But Hassen is a micro game is a little better than MK's, because now the difference in the kills department is over 150, but MK only built 100 or so more infantry, so Hassen is really able to kill more units. Oh, good rush here by Hassen. That's so that's a pain in the ass when you lose important buildings like this, heavy factory, outpost. And earlier we saw Hassen successfully destroy Starport and the EX Research Center. That's really a chain. It's good. It's very good harassment. This is exactly the type of buildings you should target in a sneak attack, in a small sneak attack like this, because if he targeted like only refineries, it would make next to zero difference for MK. But as Hassen was able to take down his research center, his outpost, these are buildings that MK really needs to rebuild, and it makes more of a difference for him. He still has a very good army, and um, I'm looking for for an amount of brown harvesters like this. If I were in Hassen's position, I would try to gather like at least 10 brown harvesters. He should have this, and Hassen could also expand here and here. No important expansions, no need to defend this, but just to have a lot of place to put more refineries, bring more harvesters in the fight. And here MK is winning another fight. It's interesting. There are other brown wave ready here. Hassen is still looking for a solution to give the fatal blow to his opponent. It won't come easy. I fought MK a couple of times, and I can tell that he will fight until the very end. If his money is still rolling like this, and he still has defenses ready to make a difference, he will keep fighting. And this is a good move by MK. He has the numbers to destroy the heavy factory there. He has to go fast, however. Oh, good intervention by the brown quads. Really good cooperation. Hats off, Hassen. Really well played. And, well, he could also repair to his heavy factory, but anyway. And this is also the good thing to target harvesters rather than refineries. In the short term, if your opponent only has like 5 refineries or so, you can make a difference by killing like the said 5 refineries. But at this point, when your opponent has like 18 refineries, don't bother to destroy like 3 or 4. It won't make any difference. You have to target harvesters. This is a really close one battle. And Hassen didn't penetrate his opponent's wall, but he certainly reduced it. And MK has more money problems than, well, Hassen doesn't have money problems, absolutely not. So I think this plays in Hassen's favor. Still building a lot of sonic tanks. This is a decent force that should fight along here. And Hassen should destroy at least these 2 wind traps fast. Also notice that this is the only blue outpost so far. So, oh, but Hassen is taking a strange gamble here because he could have really easily beat down these three buildings. And MK has intercepted his force. Wow, this is a nice waste of units by Hassen. Yeah, this is the type of group of harvesters I was looking for. Hassen should be patient. Time is working in its favor so far. Oh, we have a Freeman! We had a Freeman. Solid group coming here. Now, yeah, he's setting up his kind of as a finish him attack. But I'm not sure it's a good idea to begin by this direction. So far, he's not doing a lot of damage to MK. And this is over sieging. These siege tanks are no match for harvesters or more. They will like him themselves. Oh, and MK is GGing. For sure, he didn't have any money for a certain amount of time. And, well, he tried like 3 or 4 times to defend his last spot and rebuild and rebuild and rebuild, but Hassen was efficient. We have to give him that to make constant pressure on him, and it was maybe not the most spectacular way to finish an opponent, but it did work, and I have to congratulate him for how he was hunting down MK's harvesters. So good job, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.